y'all, I'm finished with the chicken. I just chopped my chicken up. You know I don't really like using salt for anything, but whenever you have meat that you're cooking, this is the bowl that I have my chicken in. I've cleaned everything up. Sanitize and wash your hands down good. Anytime you have meat, when you go to the store and buy your meat, you want your meat to look pink. If it look any other color than pink, don't buy it. But if you still want to buy it, okay, fine. I want you to take some salt. Take like a tablespoon of salt and sprinkle in that water. You can do it before or after. And mix that up very well. Because salt is a good cleansing agent for meat. It cleanses and makes you, if your meat don't turn pearly pink or really pink in color, I wouldn't eat it. I really would not. But I'm going to let that sit in there for about 5 or 10 minutes, rinse that off and wash it off again. We're going to deep fry this. Okay, inside this container I have my oysters and my shrimp. First thing I want to do, I could use a small pot to steam them, this, that, the other. I'm not. I'm going to use a skillet. I only bought 5 oysters. I'm going to rinse them off real good. And like I said, when you're spending your money, and you go anywhere to buy anything, if you're not satisfied with it, please take it back. Ladies, if you're buying hair products and they say it's going to do this, that, the other, and it's not working for you, and you have a receipt, take it back. Because we got to start making these companies uphold to what they're promising that these products are going to do. At least just be a decent product. It's like we waste more money than anything, and they're profiting off of us wasting our money because of something they told us that did not deliver. And he thought the guy yesterday thought he's going to give me what he wants. No, baby, that ain't how that works. Not in the real world of Sonyabeonit. That ain't how it works. If I'm paying for it, that's one thing. If you're giving something to me, I don't have a choice but to take it. Y'all, that seaweed. Got seaweed. Let me hold that right there. That's seaweed. And people, some things, if you have never tried it before, try it before you say you don't like it. Now, if it looks just crazy as hell, I understand. But for the most part, give it a try. Because first, I get tired of eating the same things all the time. I try to spice it up, add something different to it. I'm going to put this on the stove in a minute, not yet. We're going to sit it up here on the counter with the other stuff. But these are the shrimps I bought. Those are fairly large. In order to really clean a shrimp, it won't let me get any closer. Take all the shell off. Now, if you want to leave the tail for presentation, you can. But regardless whether we're going to leave it for presentation or not, we're going to clean this bad baby. I want you to take your knife and squeeze it in your hand and just gently go down the back side of that shrimp. Cracking into that if you're going to leave that on for presentation. Okay, there we go. Okay. All that you see on the side, you may see something, you may think you don't see something, but there's something right there. That's waste. Run it under the water and make sure you clean it very well. You can keep the little tail on because, like I said, we're going to dig down in here. We're digging. We're going to make sure everything got this. But when you flip it on the back side, this is where you're wasting your vein is. You got a vein back here. Take a knife and go in between it. You're going to see it because it's white. Make sure you take that out. And pour that out of there. Can you see that on my thumb? I'm going to wash that out. Go all the way to the butt crack. Give me crack corn and I don't care. We're going to get all of this up out of him. Some stuff I may eat and some things I may not eat, and this is not one of them. Okay, so that's it. Everything is down. That is what you call a beautiful butterfly shrimp. We'll put this off to the side. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to do all of them the same way, and we're going to deep fry these babies. with my Chester sauce. When we get to that tail, just hold on to the tail if you want to keep that on for presentation. When you get to the end, take your knife, and some of them may be tearing, so be careful with it. Cut through that. Yeah, I know this is supposed to be a vlog and everything, but let me go ahead and finish this right quick, because I can do it faster off camera before my babies get home. We gotta make sure all that's out, or I won't eat it. Okay, y'all, this is how the shrimps came out. Let me show you how my butterfly shrimps came out. Isn't that pretty? Now, I was thinking as I was off camera, do you guys think I should do a segment called Cooking with Sonyabeonit? And that way I can just showcase what I'm cooking, how I'm cooking it. Because normally when I'm in the kitchen, I don't do a whole lot of talking because I'm in the zone of cooking and trying to prepare a full meal within an hour time. And sometimes it consists of 2 or 3 different meats plus vegetables and whatever else I'm cooking. So I would do the vlogging when I'm out, or if I'm at home doing a simple lunch or something like that, then vlog, or I don't know. Let me know what you think about it. Right now I got these butterflies. We're not going to put any season whatsoever on these shrimps. What I want to do, I'm going to take 1 egg, and this is going to give our base for those shrimps to make it real fluffy. And the reason I'm not going to put any seasoning on the shrimps is because they're going to dip it in a special sauce, and you want to taste that meat, that crust, and the greatness of the sauce. And a lot of times when you people don't realize when you put your seasoning directly on the meat, it weighs the meat down. Let me take these cord off this egg, because you know I ain't, trying to clean up this mess as I go along too. But yeah, I'm just going to use 1 egg. Fluff that up very well. And 1 egg. And we're going to coat that real good in that egg. It's not going to taste like egg, but it's going to give you that fluffiness that you want on your shrimps. Now, I'm not cooking that many. I saved me probably about 3 or 4, because next week for my lunch, I'm going to eat some fried shrimps. You don't need, see, you only need 1 egg. And when I talk about clean, look how clean that shrimp is. Look there, you want to clean it on both sides. And butterfly, just like, take your time when you're butterflying it. I'm not going to put any season whatsoever on this. Okay, we're going to let that marinate pretty good. Take this out there. I don't need that. And none of my shrimp juice got inside my chicken, so don't be tripping. Don't be tripping. I'm just saying, don't be tripping. Okay, next. When I fry my shrimp, this is what I'm going to use. This right here. And look. Keyword, no salt added. You know I love it. Anything that says no salt, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So I'm going to use this. They don't have any seasoning in it whatsoever. Now, if you were going to fry some shrimps and you wanted seasoning, put the seasoning inside of your flour. Whatever kind of flour, dry rub, or whatever you're going to put it inside this. Don't put it on here because it's going to weigh it down and make it real heavy. I'm going to sit that to the side and let it marinate some. Now we're back on chicken. We're going to come on back to that chicken. Take your hand and go through it real good. Do you see, since I put that salt inside of that chicken, you see how it's turning? It's all that or whatever's not supposed to be on there coming off. How about that? Look at that. Look. Look how brown. Oh, hell. Oh, hell. I lost this chicken, y'all. Can't do that. Oh.
Get that chicken, I need that.
No, I ain't going to no doctor's supposed to. Stop playing. You better stop playing, little girl. Little girl.
Keep cooking my chicken up.
Now we're going to use this cotton. Put it in there.
You gonna edit that out?
No, I ain't going to add them. Leave that in there. Look. If you have one of these colanders, put it in here. Because I lost a piece of chicken in the sink. Yeah, I want to get it, but I ain't. That meat should be pretty just like that. Make sure you wash all that salt off of it, too. Look how pretty that meat is. Okay, y'all, this how this meat should look, just like this. Remember, put a little salt in it to clean it. But let me say this. Stop buying. Stop going to the store purchasing bags of mince, chicken breasts, chicken nuggets, I meant to say. Chicken nuggets. Get you a bag of chicken breasts, and it's gonna serve for a lot of different meals. You can do chicken strips, chicken fingers, baked chicken. You can make you chicken salad. And believe me, you're gonna save. You're gonna save money. You know I like to save money. You're gonna save. Okay, so I just rinsed that off real good. I'm gonna rinse this bowl off. Rinse this bowl out. Put some more water in it, cold water, and put my chicken back in there. I need this water when I get ready to fry it. And I'm gonna show you why.
Don't let any more chicken go out. Or
I got this.
Or you gonna get another bag.
Oh, I got this.
Cause I want as much chicken as possible. You hear that, y'all? I'm about to eat good tonight.
Okay. Look how white that meat is now since I've dipped it inside of that. Let me get this over here up. Okay, the next thing we're going to do, we'll start frying this chicken. I turned the stove off for it. I didn't turn it off. I moved the pot away from the stove. But I'm going to use this because I need something very large. But on average, when you're talking about deep... I'm losing my pans, y'all. Wait a minute now. But when you, on average, when you're talking about deep frying some meat inside of a pot, an old pot, don't go out and buy... Why are you spending your money on a deep fryer? Your pot is your deep fryer and your stove is the heat. Turn it up, fill it halfway, and that's what you're going to use for your deep fryer. Now with this, I'm going to use this to, let's see, when I buy stuff, I like to buy stuff like, I like to buy a lot, put it that way. I'm really saving. I bought this from Sam's. I think I paid, what, if $10 all-purpose flour. Got my own little cup, my little dipper. A little bit more. All right.
Isn't that that's the duty cup?
That's a lie.
Why is it like that color?
Touch your daddy.
What is it for?
Your daddy.
Don't do that.
Okay,
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Okay, I got that from Jermaine Tugger on YouTube, y'all. He be saying don't do that. Okay. Set. What we're gonna do next? We're gonna go ahead and fry this chicken. You see, I have this pot of water. I put the chicken back in the pot of water. You won't do that. You want that wetness from it. No seasoning. People, stop thinking you gotta put seasoning on everything you cook. It still could come out good without the seasoning. But since we're doing different types of chicken, the general types, so we're doing the orange chicken, we're doing a sweet and sour chicken. Don't put no seasoning on this meat. If you're gonna make this dish, do not put no seasoning on it. So what we're gonna do is take this, and it's wet. Pick up a handful, leave it wet just like this, and dump it inside your flour. Okay, you don't want to put too many. That's enough. That's almost half the pot. You're gonna take your hands, and you don't have to wash my hands really good when I get through. I got a tutorial, I think, online about cooking chicken. You want it to have a consistency of. You see how I'm doing that? You see that? And it's coating. I didn't have to put no eggs on it. I didn't put no nothing on it. Just water and flour. Don't put nothing down below. Tell me I didn't put no seasoning on it, because I don't need no seasoning. I don't need no seasoning. Okay, if you want to know if your grease is hot enough, take a little bit of the flour off your hand and dump it in there. If it start bubbling up, see, that's not really ready because I turned it off. Let me turn it back up to high now. You saw that grease? Look, it's not ready yet. Let me let that sit for a second. Okay, y'all, I was going to fry the chicken. It's taking too long. I gotta wait for the grease to get to going. So while I'm waiting on that, let me take this out. I took it out, my crab legs out. I took it out the box it came in last night so it would fit in my freezer. Because if I had not done this, it was not going to fit in my freezer. Yep. Okay, what we're going to do, I'm going to take some of these out. The sink is completely clean. And I'm gonna place them on the opposite side. I don't think I'm gonna cook that minute because I mean we got all this other food we eating. Maybe that's enough. Okay, that's enough. I'm gonna tie this back up and put this up for another day, another meal. And if you're one that like gumbo, to break all of this off from the claw from this joint from the legs, put that in some gumbo. Shoot, you better stop playing. I'm thinking it sit back in my freezer. Clean all this out. I know we're gonna put it in the pot to cook it, but still rinse it out real good. Cause we're gonna boil it twice. But before I boil it, I wanna make sure all this off. Okay, so now, see, you don't want this to sit too long either because it's gonna get clumpy. It should be ready now. I'll clean that. That's waiting. Dust some of this flour off so you won't have that much in your pot. Turn it up. It's gonna take about 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes to cook this. See, they coming up to the surface already. This your big pot. This your deep fry. But stop throwing money. You know it's yours. You work for it, you earn it, but still, you can save it for something else. You see how bad is that? But you don't want to overcrowd the pot because I'm gonna tell what it'll do. It'll stop frying, and that's all I'm gonna put in there for right now. I'm not gonna even touch it. Just leave that right there. We're gonna zoom over to the next pot. Let me wash my hands right quick. While that chicken is cooking, see what's gonna happen if you put too many in there. Just shake it. Just shift it a little bit. Don't disturb it, just leave it alone. But now while that's cooking, I gotta go ahead and get these crab legs going. We're just gonna put them in this large pot. Got a couple more I need to put in there. See, that chicken almost ready. I shouldn't have put that many in there, but I did, so it is what it is. That's a crab leg pot. I need one of those professional stoves because I can get a lot done and it won't take me that long, but this is what I'm working with, so gotta make do. So I got the shrimps marinating inside of this egg, and the rice I'm gonna place in the microwave and let it start cooking. Okay, we're gonna do an orange sauce glaze. I bought this from Publix. That's what we're gonna use on our orange. We probably mix it. I think I got the panda. Do we have the panda orange? Whatever, y'all. We're gonna use this right here. It's still good. I need some sesame seed oil, so when I get ready to do the, I got stuff everywhere. I need the sesame seed oil so we get ready to do our fried rice. Oh, I had some. Oh, look, holy. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. Oh, that's what I did. Oh, a sesame and ginger teriyaki sauce. No, we're gonna use this on the orange chicken. Use this on the orange chicken. We got the General Tso chicken, and we got the sweet and sour chicken. I gotta add some things to it to make it my own. Yes, I need to train this out some more. I know. That's not. Okay. So, I'm gonna find somewhere to put this too, because I'm gonna cook this for the week out. I'm gonna make some beef and broccoli. And hey, look at all my sauce. I gotta find somewhere to put this. This stuff right here, I put this on everything. Yes.
You go ahead and say that.
No, I'm not gonna say that. But it's a real hot, sweet chili. I'm gonna mix this with my other stuff to make my sauce for my sweet and sour chicken. But yeah, you gotta use a little bit of this when you're doing fried rice of any kind. In a regular, in a wok, in a skillet, even something like this. Like this right here. Yeah. You know, I think I'm gonna throw, after I finish cooking my my crab legs, I'm gonna use the same pot to put my
Oysters.
oysters in it. Yeah. Thank you, Dave.
I just guessed. I thought you were gonna say shrimp or something.
And that's another thing, when you deep frying chicken or any kind of meat for the first time in grease, you got to let that grease heat up, because if you don't, for some reason when grease is new and fresh, it won't cook right. So you gotta really heat that grease up. You gotta heat it up good. Okay, what I could be doing? I guess I could be making my different sauces, huh? Because I should be finished by the time they get home. Yeah, that's what I gotta do. Okay, y'all, stay tuned. More to come. Okay, checking on our chicken, our nuggets that we made from scratch. It's coming out to be looking pretty good. But you want to cook it. It's taking a little bit longer than normal because this was some fresh grease. But whenever you're applying your special sauce or any kind of sauce, go ahead and cook it probably an additional 5 minutes extra, because normally this will only take about 15 minutes to cook. So I've been cooking this now for probably about 20 minutes, because chicken breasts don't take that long to cook once it's cut up. I'm gonna let that cook for 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna take it out and place it over here on my little makeshift cooling rack. It's really a cooking sheet, a cooling sheet, but I want to drain it this way. A lot of people tend to use the paper towel to drain it. I don't do that, because you're still allowing the grease to absorb. It's going to absorb in the napkin, but it's also going to be on the base or the bottom of your meat, and you don't want that. You want this to air dry. You want it to air and seal and drip any kind of grease in the bottom of a pan. So that's why I have that right there. Go ahead and take a few pieces out. See there, and any crumbs I may have, it's gonna fall to the bottom of that pan. Spread it out so it can air dry, or it can cool this way. And you see all the crumbs and stuff I have left over, and the kids like to crunch on that. If anything falls to the top, they normally will get it and eat it and crunch on it. But yeah, that breading on that chicken gotta be hard, because once you put your sauce on it, just keep in mind it's gonna soften up a little bit. I didn't use no egg coating or anything with this. I'm gonna take out my other few pieces and cook the remaining chicken nuggets that I have to cook. Now, one thing I can say, when you're cooking like this and you're using your pot as a deep fryer, what's going to happen is at the bottom you may catch a lot of, since we battered from the water base to put into the flour to put into the grease, you may have a lot of dropping at the bottom. So you may want to change the grease out, meaning that pour this grease into another pot, and anything that's at the bottom of this pot you want to discard it for any of the flour base that we used on the chicken. You want to discard it, pour the grease back over in, and you will have fresh grease that's not going to burn, because if you continue to use the grease like this and you have something at the bottom, it's going to start to burn the grease. We're going to take these other few out. You see how that grease is popping? Any grease that I have is falling to the bottom. So when I pick up one of these chicken nuggets, it's not going to be greasy. So see, while this is cooling, I can cook my other chicken, take this off, this cooling rack, and place it in my pot, because we're going to start coating. And I think I bought this from TJ Maxx. I normally don't go in that store, but I went in there the other day. Okay, stay tuned. Let me go ahead and fry the rest of the chicken and I'll come back. Okay, while my other chicken is cooking, this is what I want to show you. By using this makeshift cooling rack, do you see that chicken? There's no grease on the top. There's no grease on the bottom. Hands. Look at the bottom. Kind of hot. But look at the bottom. Look at the top. I think I'm going to eat that one. Look how crunchy it is. Listen. Lord have mercy. Have mercy on Sonya. Look at that meat. Look at that meat. Look how crunchy. It's hot too. Oh my goodness. And say for instance you wanted to cook some chicken like this and you did not put the seasoning in the flour before cooking it. When it come out, as soon as it come out of the grease, you can take your favorite seasoning and sprinkle all over top, and I promise you it's going to taste like you cooked it inside of it. And that way your grease won't be all seasoned up in case you want to use the grease to cook something else with. Okay, so enough on that. I gotta get this going. This is my sticky rice. This is what I'm using tonight. Oh, and one other thing. Let me lift this up. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Do you saw that grease? It caught all the grease. Just think about it. If you put a napkin down there and put your chicken on top of it, it's gonna still be saturating. It's gonna drain it, but it's gonna saturate from the bottom, and you're gonna have grease on the bottom, opposed to if you do it this way, you're not gonna have any grease whatsoever. You saw that grease? One second, I zoom in. All that's grease. You don't want to put that in your body. If you're gonna eat fried food here, just don't kill yourself too soon. Okay, I'm gonna put this back up there. Cause that's still cooling. I'm waiting for the other chicken to come out, and then I'm gonna start dividing it. Look at it. Look, no grease. No grease. Do y'all hear that crunch? I'm gonna break it open again. Look. Look at that meat. Y'all wanna come to dinner? Told you to come on. I know what you're waiting on. Okay, while we're waiting on the chicken to finish and the crab legs are still cooking, we're gonna cook these chunks, egg rolls in a little bit. Remember, I told you these are the good ones. They don't hold that much. They don't hold grease. I hate greasy egg rolls, and these don't. When you deep fry them, they don't, and it tastes good in the oven. You can bake it as well. But let me go ahead and remove this pot from the stove. Now these crab legs, they're fairly good because normally when you have crab legs like this, you will see like a film on top of that water. That's my first boiling water. And the reason I'm boiling it, for those of you who didn't see this part, I'm boiling it because I want to take a lot of that sea salt off of these crab legs. And it's a lot. I can smell it. Oh my goodness, I can smell it. My taste bud and my nose, I tell you, my sense of smell is very sensitive. I can smell it. Ugh. Oh my goodness. Let me pour this off. I'm gonna pour this first batch off, and the water is even a little bit cloudy. I'm gonna pour that off.
You smell good, bro. Can I taste the chicken?
And I just hit the chicken because I know if you came in, you're gonna get some.
I hit it.
I'm gonna get the shower. I came out.
Ooh, I can't wait to eat. I cannot wait to eat.
We ain't gonna have leftovers. I tell you now.
Coleman Lee probably gonna want me to bring them some for lunch, but I don't think it's gonna be none left.
If you bring them some, you better bring me some.
You know, sure ain't gonna want it.
No, forget the children. They got lunch. I don't eat.
Ooh, these strong. Ooh, the smell is very strong. Hell, I may boil these 3 times, y'all, instead of 2. This is my second water. That's my second boil. Yeah. But that smell is really strong, and I don't. Ooh. But this will be my second boil. I'm gonna do it 3 times to make sure I got a lot of that sea salt off there. Also, when I finish, I'm gonna put my oysters in there. I was gonna put it in a skillet, but I'm not. Next on the list to do is to fry them eggs. Get my eggs fried for my fried rice.
Hey, you ain't soap?
Yeah, some soap in there. I got
Where?
other soap. Matter of fact, I got that vegetable oil soap, the lemon kind.
Where is it?
In the closet? No. It's in my my case thing that I put all my makeup in the very last drawer.
The white thing?
Where's the lid to this pot too? I need the lid. It ain't gonna hurt to boil them again because I got my other stuff still cooking. No, on average, just do it 2 times. But I smell so much salt in it, I'm not gonna be able to eat it. Me and salt just don't get along. Everything we eat got salt in it. Damn, can they cook something, man? Everything we eat got salt in it, from the bread all the way down to ice cream and everything else. Okay, I'll put that back on the hour, y'all. Let that cook for another 15 minutes. Change the water one more time, but on average, like I said, just do it 2 times. And also, when you cooking like this in your house and you cook a lot of food, say for instance, you don't want the smell in your house. Once you get a pot, put it on your back aisle and just boil water. And what's going to happen, that steam is going to evaporate and capture all that smell. So your house won't smell like anything. I do it a lot around Christmas and Thanksgiving. So the house won't smell like, a lot of food, or certain kinds of food. Because, some foods kind of linger in the air. So, yeah. Okay, I said an hour, guys. How about it's 2 hours later? And Atlanta Housewives is on. Let me see, can I turn that on? I forgot today is Sunday. So it's 8 o'clock. Isn't that something? But normally when taping this on, what I'm trying to do is film and cook at the same time. And it's taking a long time. But on average, I can't take this long to my feeding the family. And in my fried rice, I'm only going to cook, maybe if 2 eggs. Because when you're making your own rice, you can put whatever you want in it, leave out, add to it. You don't have to normally do what they do at the Chinese restaurant because it's yours. Make it your own. Because a lot of times kids tend to pick out all those vegetables anyway. And I still want you to try those sauces, those different sauces I mentioned, because they're good. I'm gonna rinse this out some because I'm gonna use one of these containers to mix my chicken in. So see, now when I get ready, after we finish eating, we're not gonna have that much to clean up because I like to clean after I'm cooking, so you won't have that much to do. But after you finish eating food, you wanna lie down. You wanna take it somewhere and sit it down. Sit it down. This is the goal of this page. The goal is to share with people, to teach them what I know, because it has to be more than just the superficial things like the makeup, the clothing, going out to eat, this and the other. You need to be a multitasker, or a person who knows how to do a lot of different things. And see, I had that foundation when I was growing up as a kid. I would watch my grandmother cook. She stayed in the kitchen. Saturday morning, I'm waking up to her breakfast. She could give me a whole tray of biscuits by myself because they were just that good. And preservatives like apple, pear, strawberry. They made all kind of jams. And it was good. They put it in those jars and put it in the cabinet. It would last for weeks. For weeks. I miss those days. And I wish a lot of these kids had that type of grandmother. And that's why I do. That's why I like Tyler Perry's work. A lot of his work I like. I like the character. Well, put it this way. I like the character Medea. I really do. Because I can relate to it. That was during my era. I had a grandmother like that. I can relate. Okay, next thing we're going to do is check on the chicken, do the eggs, and we almost done, y'all. My hands are clean. Hands are clean. Take your pieces and put them inside your bowl. Look at that, no grease. My bad. No grease. This one's gonna be the General Tso chicken. If you ain't eat these, you hear them crunching. That's gonna be my General Tso. Okay, let me show you this right quick before I cook some more chicken. This is the other chicken that I just took out. That's the chicken I just took out. And this is what I'm talking about after so many uses with this grease. If you're gonna deep fry, especially if you're gonna batter your chicken the way I just did mine, I'm gonna show you something. Please be very careful. Let me move this over to the side. I'm gonna move that chicken over to the side. Clean up my mess a little bit. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to take this pot, slide it to the back, pull that pot to the front. If you need some oven mittens or whatever, use that. I'm going to take my grease and I'm going to pour it in here. And now I'm straining this grease because I don't want all that. And you see in that pot? You see all that stuff at the bottom? Because if you continue to try to cook with that at the bottom, what's going to happen is your grease is going to start smelling like it's burning, as well as your food. Now I got to discard all this stuff out. And then I'm gonna pour this grease back into my main pot. Okay, I left that on the stove, still cooking, while I rinsed out my big pot. I washed it out real good, cleaned it out very well. So now I'm gonna slide that pot back to the back, sit that back on the aisle, and now my grease is still kind of fresh. I can pour this back over and in here. You see how clear that grease is? With the exception of one or two riffle jazz. Now see, look, even in straining that for the, just like the second time. So very slow. It seems like I'm doing a lot, but I tell you, cooking time wise, it's gonna cut your cooking time in half, especially if you have to cook for a lot of people. Now I'm gonna let that heat up some more and start back with my last couple of pieces of chicken to cook. Okay, y'all, that was the last of my chicken I had to cook. So now we're gonna go ahead and cook our egg rolls. If you're gonna cook your egg rolls and they're frozen, go ahead and place them in the microwave for about 1 minute. If you leave it at room temperature for about 15 minutes, that's fine. You can just go ahead and dip it in your grease. Now I'm gonna use the same grease that I use my chicken because it's still hot, and then the only thing I gotta do is really pour. You know what? These still feel kind of frozen. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop them in the, I don't wanna put them in there yet. Okay, so these feel still kind of frozen, so I'm gonna put them on a platter. Let's see, they're still hard. And I don't think, I'm just gonna cook 4 egg rolls because I don't think nobody's gonna wanna really, nobody's gonna eat an egg roll but probably me and my twins. Let's go ahead and take this sticky rice out. The sticky rice don't take that long. We're gonna deal with that in a minute because we're getting ready to fry our rice for our meal. Shit, that's hot. Language. Huh? Put that in there for about a minute. It says 6, but I'm only gonna do a minute. Cut my grease down because I don't want to burn it. But while I'm waiting on that, I'm going to switch over. Push that grease to the back and put this to the front. Reason being, because I want to use some of this grease. You can utilize all this grease. And that's enough to fry. I use almost half from that big pot. I'm gonna put this back on the back aisle, switch it again. Because this one I'm gonna fry my shrimps in that pot. Okay. That feels pretty good. You want it to be kind of soft. Okay, so that grease should be hot enough. Let's go ahead and cook our egg rolls right quick. And remember, if you're not for certain if it's hot enough, don't put just a little grease inside. I'm saying a little flour. So you want to cook just, they want to deep fry it. And we're only going to do that for about 2 minutes. And also, y'all, I tried that one of these sauces that I purchased, and I had never purchased this one before because I got it from Publix. This one right here, this General Taiso, I got that from Publix. And I bought this orange chicken sauce because I thought I had some Panda Express, but I don't. I bought this orange glaze chicken sauce, glaze sauce from Publix as well. But I sampled a little bit of it, and it's gonna need some more stuff in it. So I'm gonna add some honey in this before I glaze my chicken nuggets that I want to eat with this sauce. But the other two that I mentioned to you guys that I purchased from the international market is dead on point. I've been using that for a long time. Okay, let's go ahead and take those out. You see that egg roll? It's ready. We'll put it over there on our cooling rack so it can, we want to drain all that excess grease off of it. So we'll put it over on the cooling rack. Okay, we're going to take that off the stove, move that to the side. Now I want to show you how I deep fry my butterfly shrimps. Okay, we're going to go ahead and fry these shrimps that I butterflied. Cut open the package. I was going to use a bowl, but I can't find it right now, so all this is for presentation. You want to go ahead and put a little bit. Hey, Dad, you're at the door. You don't want that grease to be too hot, though. You're going to take it and marinate in that. Making sure it's well coated. That's my kids come home just in time. Make sure it's coated very well. I want it to look yellow. On top of yellow. Mix that in there very well. make sure my grease turned down. Y'all gonna eat? Yeah, I thought y'all had got lost.
That's what I thought. Shit, a couple of times you got lost.
For real, for real?
Mom, you want to turn the wrong road?
Well, good thing y'all went with it, because you want to coat that very well. And so if I had a bowl, I wouldn't be making such a big mess. But you already know I'm cleaned up. If you want to double dip, if you have some egg white left over, you can double dip and put it back on there again. So you just won't waste that extra. You won't really waste your egg. When I tell you this only is going to take about 30 seconds to cook, don't overcook these shrimps, because you can do it. And it'd be kind of tough when you eat it. We put that grease on a number of 5 or 6, because it's already hot from when we fried something else. If you fry it by itself, let it heat up hot for a minute. Test my grease is ready. Cut that grease down, because I tell you, shrimp will cook so fast. Turn it back up, because I got all those in there. Okay, y'all, it's been about 2 minutes. Let's go ahead and take a look at our shrimps. Because you don't want to overcook them, they taste rubbery. You see that? See how pretty those shrimps are? I'm going to go ahead and take them out. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Put it on that cooling rack. Those are nice and golden, and they're going to taste so good. Okay, let's go ahead and fry egg for our fried rice. Just a little margarine. Scramble that egg very well. It's not going to take us a minute to cook this egg. And it's on a temperature of a high. Shoot, I thought it's supposed to be a vlog. It's a cooking tutorial, look like. Let's flip it again. Flip it. And make sure it's nice and done. We don't want to burn it, but we want to make sure it's done. Just keep flipping. See the egg coming through? Now we're going to push this to the side because it's going to continue to cook. One thing about an egg, when you cook an egg, it's going to continue to cook. Now look how that egg look. Now I'm going to take this off the stove and get my rice going. But this is what you want to do once it's, you don't have to even have to fold it like this. Turn that owl off. And that way you're not burning the egg. Okay, y'all, this is the last part I made. Let's go ahead and make this fried rice. Now, what I'm going to put in my skillet has been on for a good 2-3 minutes. I'm going to put just a cap full of this sesame seed oil in here. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. But it gives it more flavor, and especially if you're going to do one of these fried rice packs. It gives it just a little bit more flavor, and this is what I'm going to use on top. And this is all the rice that I had to use. And see how dry it is? You want it to be dry. You don't want it to be wet. That's just a little water. I'm going to go ahead and apply my fried rice mix in there. That's my fried rice mix. I'm going to evenly sprinkle that all over. Then I'm going to get just a little bit of water. I bought me one of these wooden spatulas too to use. Also, you're going to want to incorporate, and see, that's the beauty of cooking your own rice. This is some light soy sauce, just a little bit. I'm gonna take that. I wish this owl would get hotter. And let that cook for a few minutes. This is a non-stick wok, which makes it even better. Now when you're cooking rice, you gotta make sure this owl is very hot. But see, you don't want it to look wet. But there's only so much water you can take out of it. I'm gonna cook that for a good 2 to 3 minutes. Let that do what it do for a second. Come back to it. I'll be right back. Okay, I've been letting that cook for probably about 2 or 3 minutes. So you want to toss it every now and then. Now, as you can see, I have not added my eggs or anything else to it yet because I want to make sure it's fairly dry. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my chopped up eggs that is fully cooked. And also, I'm going to add my onions. Remember I diced some onions earlier? I'm going to add that to the pot. That's all they want on there. That's it. Only thing we're going to do with this is we're going to fold it in there. We're going to toss it in there. That's it. They didn't want no chicken, no shrimps, no nothing. And that is ready. Let me turn that out off and move it over because I got to cook the sticky rice too. Okay, here's my sweet and sour chicken. We're going to go ahead and put that on a platter to be served. And when you put that sauce on your chicken, you want it to marinate just a little bit. That's why I told you when you're making your chicken, make sure you fry it a little bit extra crispy because okay, so that's our sweet and sour chicken. And we have some extra sauce left over in case somebody want to put some on their rice. So I'm going to go ahead and place this on the table. Now, all these sauce that I did, I always add a kick to mine. But you don't necessarily have to. I put a little more honey in it because, you know, all Chinese food is basically sweet. It always have that sweet taste to it. That's my General Tso chicken. It looks like it's not enough. Don't be alarmed. We're going to mix it. We're not going to stir it up. We're just going to mix it very well.
I can go dry my hair so I could be ready when the food comes. You hear me?
You got less than 2 minutes. Give me that sauce. I need that sauce. Stop that sauce.
Girl, let me hurry up.
This is the General Tso chicken. I wish you can smell this. Deja went to wash her hair out. General Tso. This is General Tso chicken. And remember I said I wasn't going to cook that much of that. You're not stirring. What are you doing? You're flipping it. Making sure that all your sauce is marinated on your chicken. And you can use more sauce in this, but I didn't buy that many. And it's still going to be good. And this is our General Tso. See, I'm still folding because I want to make sure that it's well blended with that sauce marinating inside of that. Now I'm going to sit this off to the side for a second before I plate it. Let me bring out my orange sauce. We didn't have that many of those, so I just put that in that container. And then I'm going to add the orange sauce to it. And I put a lot of honey in this one. Because basically all their food is just sweet. Blend that very well. First I want to get out my sauce. You know I want to get it to the last drop. Hurry up because that's going to hold. It's going to hold. Okay, that's the orange chicken, y'all. You can put some sliced bell peppers in there, some pineapple. It's what you want to do. Now, since this have marinated some, we're going to go ahead and put this on the platter. This is our General Tso chicken. And as you can see, I'm using my spoon. I wish I could just pour it in there, but you don't want too much of the sauce just sitting at the bottom. If they want some additional sauce, then leave it in your bowl and let them dip. Get them a saucer, but you don't want it. Presentation is everything, so you don't want all that sauce just sitting at the bottom, as if you cooked it in the sauce. Okay. So that's the General Tso chicken. Gonna sit that on the table. So look how that orange chicken came out. Look at there. Do you see that? You want it to look just like that. You see how beautiful and glass. You take this to your office, and they're gonna love you. They're gonna do all your work for you. You ain't gonna never have to work. You just go there and get a check. Just go and get a check. Remember, we're not gonna pour all that sauce in there because presentation-wise, you don't want all that sauce. If they want some additional sauce, let them get them some kind of container and dip the sauce. I'm going to go ahead and place that on the table. We didn't make that much of that because the kids are really not going to eat a whole lot of orange chicken. There you go. That's the orange chicken. If it's not too hot, you can pick it up. It's time to eat, everybody. Let me get my little oysters out, y'all. We're going to put my oysters on the corn. Crack one. Jimmy crack corn. Oh, I got to make some butter for the crab legs. I ain't never took this corn before, but it is what it is. So place that on the table. Y'all come on, because I'm finna sit down and throw down. Yes, got my fortune cookies. And I've got some butter, y'all. You got this little small? Yes, you gonna stay out a whole week. What you have? You want to drop out? You guess. Okay, y'all, here's my table. Hey. Let me take it off. Wait a minute. This is our buffet style. This is our Chinese buffet style meal for tonight. On this end, you have on this end you have the shrimp, not the shrimp fried rice. I want some shrimp fried rice. They didn't want that. You have the fried rice with eggs, onions, the green onions presentation. In the middle, you have sticky rice. You have the butterfly shrimps that I made with the egg rolls that are not greasy. You have some fresh sliced lemons to squeeze on top of your margarine for your crab leg. And you know, you can be creative with these crab legs. You can do a seafood boil if you would like. We sort of like plain Jane. Every once in a while I do it and sometimes not. You got my crab legs, and then you got the oysters right there, only 5. If we come down to this end of the table, you have the orange chicken. That's the orange Chinese chicken. They go to sweet and sour chicken and the General Tso chicken. And no meal will be complete without the fortune cookies. So that is our dinner for tonight. Y'all ready to eat? Y'all been ready, huh?